Hey guys, this is BigDaddyHoffman1911 coming to you. Guys, you've seen me with these on the range. These are very cool, and I like to support local businesses. And I'm with Josh here from Wilder Tactical in Kings Mountain, North Carolina, believe it or not. A lot of good things come out of Kings Mountain. Anyway, you got some cool products that I've been enjoying, really. I really like these, very functional.
Yeah.
So tell me something about them.
So we've been working on this for a while. It's been through several different evolutions. We call it the Evolution Series, and this is our third generation here. This is our finalized product. It's an injection molded version. It's not made out of Kydex anymore, so we're using a better material. It's going to be stronger, more durable. It's textured. It has a good non-reflective finish on it. It's a nice simple function. This is our universal, holds 940 sig, 45 10mm, single stack or double stack, and everything slides in nice and smooth. You can go ambidextrous with it, left or right hand. You can put a variety of attachments on, or as you can see here, you can stack it with other pieces.
Right.
Our AR mag holder, doesn't matter what manufacturer made the AR mag, steel, polymer, any of those things, fits in there real nicely. And again, it can go in either direction on that. So we've got that set up right there, and then we've got our tourniquet holders. And this is one of the pieces that actually started the company years ago, was a tourniquet holder. I was a medic in 1st Ranger Battalion, and I was working overseas contracting. I always had tourniquets rubber banded onto our kits. So one day come out, and like always, the rubber bands had finally broken from basically the desert environment.
Right.
Dry rotted out. So I had it in my pocket, and I was inside working with Kydex, and I took a hot piece of Kydex and just wrapped it around a tourniquet and basically designed my first tourniquet holder.
Really?
Had that. I made a bunch of them while I was over there for a bunch of guys, and that kind of got the company started. From there, went and did did some patent stuff, did some other things like that, and started going with that. And this is a far cry from where we were originally. The original one was very handmade, just bent around and functional.
Right.
And this is just a totally different product at this point. It's designed to hold the soft T wide, and the cat. So we went from very specific holders to having a universal holder, which to me as a medic was huge, because you never knew what tourniquets you were going to get, what brand they were, this or that, depending on where you were, who you were around.
Yeah.
So now you have one holder that holds everything. It also has a universal hold pattern on the back, so you can do your quick clips for your belts. You can do, as we have here, which is the MOLLE lock, and then you can do your tech locks, and you can bolt it onto a variety of different platforms. Beauty of these things is they're really fast, really simple. So that's on there right now. And the base setup that we have here allows you to do pretty much everything on a base level. You can have a rifle mags, your pistol mags, and a tourniquet. Kind of the key things. If you got bullets and guns, you should have a tourniquet with you.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't realize they have them in their blowout kits and having all these different medical kits that they have nowadays, but they don't have them on their person. They don't have them in a place they can get to and access them. So this gives them a way to have it accessible. I take one of these and I wear it on me all the time when I'm in the woods bow hunting, when I'm out running a chainsaw. Chainsaw is one of the worst things for leg injuries.
Yep.
So I always have one on my body.
Well, I need to pick me up one of those. What a great idea. And it's an interesting story how you came up with it.
Yeah.
Thank you also for your service to our country as well. So
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Man, that is great. Again, I mean, we've had them on the range and really enjoyed these. Had no problem with them whatsoever.
Good.
I'd like to see where you put them together and a little bit more about them. Is there another place
so
we can go?
Why don't we go down to the other end where we've got our setup, where we do our assembly and our processing and all that stuff.
Okay.
So we can meet a couple of guys and see who's working behind the scenes making this stuff happen.
It's not that I don't want to be in this cool air conditioned room.
I know, I like this room a lot. It's nice and comfortable.
There's some cool stuff in here too,
Yep.
All right, let's go take a look.
All right, sounds good. Let's do it.
Let's go see where the magic happens. This is where it all goes down, huh, Josh?
Yeah, that's much. Yeah, this is where we do everything right here. We do our assembly. We have all of our packaging, shipping, handling, everything going on in here. You can see all of our different parts and pieces, our different backers and attachments. Everything from our MOLLE locks, our Blade Tech locks here. We're running our quick clips, 1.5 and 1.75 depending on what size belt you have. And then just our standard assembly parts and pieces over there. And you can see here we got a few of our parts as we're going through assembly. Obviously got a nice inside right here, and then we go ahead and we lace them up. We put our different attachments and different backers on there. We've got a universal hole pattern, so we're not limited to just these pieces right here. We can use a multitude of different attachments from different companies. These are just our standard attachments.
Okay, so you can order any one of the 4 attachments from the website.
Yep.
Or they're going to come. Those you can choose it. They're going to come with one of those options.
Yep. Whatever option you get. Now, if you have a drop leg rig or something like that that's got different holes on it, different things. Generally speaking, this right here will hook onto Safari Land, drop legs, all those different things that are already out there. You can take these and bolt them onto that as well.
Okay, so you can take that off and put whatever you have on there.
Yep, cool. You can take that stuff off and stick it on other pieces. We can stack them. That's cool. You can come in, and our AR mag holders right here have this little bolt line on the front. And a lot of times you can take our standard quick clip, take it off there, use that hardware to bolt it onto the front of this. So you can double stack your AR mags, you can double stack with a pistol mag or with one of our tourniquet holders.
So wait a second. So you don't have to buy an accessory pack. Like you just take out the backing from the one you already have.
Yeah.
Stack it.
Yep.
You use that hardware to stack it on the.
Yep. The only hardware we can't do that directly with is if you're going to take these off the back. But generally speaking, you're not going to be doing that. If you're planning on stacking them, you'll order just the basic model, which is going to come with a quick clip and 2 flathead screws. You unscrew the quick clip off of the back, which is going to be right here in these top 2. And then I'll go ahead and show you real quick. Take your little screwdriver, pop these off right here. So then you're going to take your little O-ring pieces off, or your rubber spacers, and pop those out. So essentially now, all that you have to do after taking that apart is take these right here, and you're just going to slide them up and into the holes, and you just go with the top hole and the bottom hole. Just like that. Stick that on there. The easiest thing to do here is just pull this pop lock off of there, take your case front and tip it up, and that just allows you to have easy access to the holes here. And essentially you set it up on top there, put your screw in there, line that up.
I believe even I could do this, right?
I would have to see it to believe it.
There we go. So once it's lined up, you just get it started. Go ahead. You can see right there, they line up real nice. Set that screw in there. Screw it down nice and snug. You want to compress that rubber spacer on the back of it. Once that's done, go ahead and set that back through there. Slide this up a little bit. Push these right here back down through the hole on the outside. Give them a nice snug pull to pull the tension back through these. And then we take our pop lock, and you can push that all the way down in there to lock in place. Slide it on there, pull it down, squeeze the bottom, pops it out, and now you have a stacked mag set.
That's cool. And you can stack anything else. Can you stack the AR mags on?
So we can stack AR mags on top of AR mags. We can put the pistol mag on. We can put a tourniquet holder on the front. So you can stack them up. You can have your pistol on top of this one. You can have 2 ARs here, and you can have a tourniquet on the front of one over here. Kind of a little bit of everything mixed in whichever pattern you want.
So what I want to know is how many of these can you stack?
I don't know. I'll let you work on that one. You can probably put a couple. It might get a little ridiculous, but no, you can stack them out pretty good.
That's very cool.
That is cool.
So here all we're doing is lacing them up and putting attachments on that people want, and shipping them out the door.
And so here it is, guys. We're in Kings Mountain, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
They're being put together in Kings Mountain.
Oh, yeah.
The parts are made in the U.S. Everything is sourced from the U.S.
Yep.
And they're being made here too. So employing American workers. I mean, it's the American dream.
Hey, that's what we're trying to do. So we got our shop hand over here.
Yeah, what is he doing?
So he's just doing assembly right now. He's just filling out orders depending on what people ordered. So he's putting together different colors, different backers. And then once this is done here, they go over and they get packaged and shipped out, run through inventory. So we got multiple stations set up and work through things. And odds are, if you get products from us, he's probably put them together.
Good deal.
Yep.
While we're in here, let's take a look real quick at this is the newest product, right? You were telling us about this.
Yeah.
This is the universal pistol.
Yeah.
Tell us a little more about that.
So our universal pistol mag holder here holds a 940 357 SIG, 45 or 10 millimeter standard pistol mags. And that also includes single stack or double stack. So your 1911s all the way through your Glocks. It's as easy as, so we got right here, I've got a FN9. So it slides right down in there. And what you have with that is no issues whatsoever with the width. But now, do we have what do you have on you?
Glock 9.
Alright. So this is a Glock 20 or Glock 43. Goes right down in there. Alright, so it's a little bit longer, but it doesn't have a problem holding it, fitting down inside there. So we're good on that.
Doesn't matter what direction it goes in?
Doesn't matter what direction it goes in. It's ambidextrous. It works the same either way. So you could be bullets forward, bullets back, set it on the inside of your body. There's no issues whatsoever.
And Big Daddy, what do you have today?
Glock 29.
So that's 10 millimeter.
Yes.
All right.
All right,
Let me see what's.
yeah, let's
All right.
see
Let's
that.
grab it there.
All right, so it's got a short little mag here, but so we got our 10 millimeter, which is going to be the same as your 45 as far as the width goes. And if you see, it lines up right there, slides right down and in, and everything's good to go. So you got good retention, you got good hold up on it, and you're set.
So any duty caliber, and that's what most people are going to be carrying anyway. It's
Yep.
not going to fit. It may fit some 380.
Yeah, your 380s tend to be so small that it's not quite there. Plus, they're so short that they almost disappear. We've got a solution hopefully coming for that pretty soon, as far as a little bit smaller, shorter mag holder goes for some of your smaller stubby mags like this.
But any duty pistol that you're carrying, any duty caliber you're going to be carrying, it doesn't matter if you want to switch up your guns. You
The,
still
the
have
beauty
same-
of it is I can have my mag holders, like everything set the way I want it. And if I switch out my holster or something else for a different gun, I can go do whatever I want. So there's some guys who love to go shoot 1911s, but just for fun. Well, you don't have to change anything out. You don't have to have a different mag holder. You don't have to have other things. You just take and drop it right inside of here, and it fits perfect. So you can go to the range. You only have to buy one set of these, and you're all set.
Look at this. Like this right here. This is so smooth right here, and this is textured, so it doesn't reflect or whatever.
Yeah, we put a nice texture on to give it a little bit of a duller look.
But in here is smooth. So your magazine's just going to slide right in there, and it's got this oversized lip, and you're not going to have to worry about this collapsing like some soft designs. This is very, very strong, very, very rigid. I even think I saw a video where one of you guys drove over this with a truck.
Yeah, yep. So we drove over it. You know, the material it's made out of is extremely strong, and basically in the end we were able to take that, drop a mag right straight back into it, even with it being bent up just a little tiny bit. It wasn't cracked, it wasn't anything else, and you're able to take it and actually kind of rework it and have it basically back to new, the way it sits. So
Justin, you and I have used those on the range,
Absolutely, yes.
and they work fine.
yep. You know, like we said, we've taken our time to make sure we've got all of our little feed lips in there, everything else, so it's quick and fast. Got our bumps.
That's a feed lip right there.
That's a little feed lip right there to keep everything centered and up, down, and in. We got our feed lips here and on the sides so that everything goes in. When you go to slide it in there, it goes in really smooth. You can see it just drops right into that cone and it'll press it right open.
Cool deal.
And then fully adjustable retention. You can take this same mag holder and go ahead and go to a shooting competition with it one day. Loosen it up a little bit if that's what you want to be real smooth and fast. You can tighten it down, and really the tightness just kind of locks it in a little better, but it doesn't affect the draw in any way. Nothing changes about the way it pops in now. You can pull as tight as possible, it's not going to lock it in.
So what you're saying is you can loosen it up a little bit if that's what you want for the competition.
Yeah.
And
So
if you want it a little bit more snug when you're carrying it every day, you can do that, so you can control how tight it is.
Yep, and it's
Just
easy. It doesn't take anything, and it's not one of those things where you adjust it a little bit, and all of a sudden it's too much or it's not enough. It's not that fine line. It's just, hey, it always works the same way, but do I want it to be a little looser or not? Generally, most people don't even mess with them. They just pull them all tight and run them like that because of the way that they feed and the way that the mag pulls out.
It's funny you say that, because I can't tell you how many times I've sat at an IDPA match with a screwdriver in one hand, just pulling it, tightening a little bit more, loosening a little bit.
Trying to get everything
and
set.
It's like, it worked fine last time, why is it not working now?
Yeah.
So this is auto adjusting. That's very cool. Simple.
Yeah, and like I said, you go to the range, if you don't mess with it, you can go from a 45 double stack pull those out and drop in a 45 single stack for a 1911, and you don't even have to touch it. So
Awesome.
it'll hold it.
This is really cool.
You've been way too quiet over there in the corner.
Yeah. What do you say?
They treat you that way all the time.
Yeah, I gotta be quiet. They tell me always to shh.
Just work.
That's right, I'm just working. Pumping them out.
We got to get stuff done.
Well, that's great. I really appreciate you showing this to me and everything. So, where do they go to find this?
So wildandtactical.com is our website, and then you can also go to Wild and Tactical on Facebook and on Instagram to see our different products and other things about it.
Okay. Anything else?
I think that's pretty much it for right now.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I have used these. I really like them a lot. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you'll see more. We'll come back and do some more on these.
yeah.
We got some other products coming too, right?
Oh yeah, we got some other products coming. We got some fun stuff to do
There you go.
between here and there. So yeah.
These guys are right down the street from the range. We need to have them over and blow some stuff up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There you come down and do some
10 minutes away.
We'll do some product testing.
That's right. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, check the links underneath the video. Keep up the fight against gun control. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Full30. Yeah, we'll put it on Full30 first. Keep up the fight against gun control, and as always, remember, Big Daddy loves you. Hoorah. Now, can I have some of these?
You can take whatever you want. You can take whatever you want. He'll put them together for you.
All right, let's go over there. All right.